continue working on the Python script. So this script is all about handling API requests and retrieving data from Zoho CRM. We will focus on four main parts. First is authentication, using OAuth to retrieve access tokens. Error handling, where we will perform logging and managing errors effectively. We'll perform data fetching, which is retrieving product details from Zoho CRM, and custom execution handling. And we'll see how we can structure dynamic actions based on our user input. So let's begin. So we'll use logging, we'll use import request. And first we need to configure our variables. Select CRM API. So this will create an environment file. Where we will add these variables. I will show you now where we can get these variables from. So we can go to apiconsole.zoho.com to create self client. Now this is I have already created, so we'll use that. And here in scope, we have to write Zoho CRM modules.all, and we can keep the duration as 10 minutes, and let's create link CRM. We have the portal, we'll select it, and we'll create, we can select the one where we want to implement it. And we click on create, and we can copy this and download this. And we also have to create these. So this would be created for you, and you can just copy it. And we'll put the refresh token here. And we'll put the client secret and client ID here. Then we will write start to access the refresh token. So this is the best practice for security and scalability. Then we have auth URL. Which will we be using this one, and refresh URL. So this refresh URL is used to refresh the Zoho auth tokens, and auth URL is used for Zoho authentication. So here we are setting login level to info to capture key events. So basically, this helps us to track the script's behavior and debug issues. By setting the logging level to info, the script will display useful runtime information without overwhelming us with unnecessary details. We will be writing some helper functions where we will use get, post, put methods to handle HTTP request. So these functions ensure that we properly manage errors, log details about failed requests, and pass JSON responses. So this approach centralizes error handling, making the script more reliable and easier to maintain. So this one performs the get request, while raise for status is for raising any HTTP error for bad responses. So we want to return it in the past JSON response. So we are just logging HTTP error details, and then we'll log the response. And we'll have value error. So this is for logging JSON decoding errors, and similarly we'll log the response content. Similarly, we will write a function for post. We'll have an additional field here with body. And again, it's for raising HTTP error for bad responses and returning the past JSON response. And here we'll not have this. And similarly, create one for put. So we are not using post input for now. The script that will be writing will be mainly for fetching the product details. So, but in the future, we will be adding the functionality for how we can implement orders, how a user can give orders and fetch the order details later. So these would be used then. And then let's write CRM token retrieval. Uh, this is where we'll write our authentication logic, the get CRM token function. So the get CRM token function uses the refresh token to request a new access token. So it logs both the request and response to help us debug any issues like expired tokens or invalid credentials. So we are initializing the response variable and we're adding all refresh token, client ID, client secret. We have additional field with grant type that is required. And we will specify the grant type as refresh token. And let's log it. Hosting token with data. So logging the request details and send post request to refresh URL. And raise HTTP error for bad responses. Then we are extracting the access token from the response. And logging. We have successfully obtained token. We will write set block. We are logging request related errors, and if response is not none, we are logging response content is available. else if no response was received. So declare no response received. And, we want to add key error as well. So this will log the missing tokens in response. And if response is not done, we'll log it again. We'll log the response content.